Recently, there was news that scientists plan to send a language model similar to ChatGPT into space to negotiate with aliens. This intrigued both me and my cat Martin, so we decided to trace the entire history of human attempts to communicate with extraterrestrials. I apologize for some jokes, but the topic is amusing and we couldn't stay serious. To be more precise, while I was laughing, Cat Martin ate both his food and my sausages, so now he's cheerful. But I'm not so much anymore. In 1897, Herbert Wells wrote his famous novel, The War of the Worlds, where he vividly and meticulously described the aggressive attack of Martians on Earth. It's worth noting that during that time, there weren't many interesting works of science fiction, especially with such bloody details, so the novel quickly became extremely popular. The idea of trying to make contact with Mars arose at the beginning of the 20th century, when science and technology began to develop rapidly and interest in space was growing. Back then, many people believed that Mars could be home to intelligent beings. Such ideas were supported by observations of the so-called canals on the surface of Mars, which astronomers, including the Italian Giovanni Schiaparelli, interpreted as possible signs of infrastructure created by intelligent beings. We, along with the cat, believe that Herbert Wells' book also had a significant influence on this. Humanity decided to organize a transmission during the closest approach of Mars to Earth, which was to occur in August 1924. At that time, the distance between the two planets was most favorable for potential contact. The American military, scientists, and radio amateurs were interested in the possibility of detecting any signals from Mars. The plan was devised with the idea that radio signals might be the best means of establishing contact. This was related to the development of radio technology and the fact that radio waves can travel long distances in space. According to the plan, scientists decided to suspend all radio transmissions for a certain period to avoid interference and give the chance to receive any signal from Mars.
The good old days. It used to be possible back then, and now almost every kettle emits its own radio signals.
The event, known as the Lucky Go transmission, began on August 21, 1924, and lasted several days when Mars was closest to Earth. The United States Navy joined this initiative and issued an order to suspend all radio transmissions for 1 hour every 5 minutes. This process involved all existing radio stations that could interfere with signal reception, including large marine stations and even commercial radio stations. Radio antennas and receivers were positioned in several key locations, including observatories, where special research groups carefully monitored for possible signals. During this experiment, researchers hoped to record any unusual radio signals that could be interpreted as messages from intelligent beings on Mars. Of course, Earthlings received no response. Millions of years have passed since anyone could theoretically send signals from Mars, and two researchers of extraordinary life, Alfie and Omega, were forbidden from making contact. The two-legged monster monitoring station.
Omega, do you hear me? The monkeys have gone silent.
What do you mean silent? They stopped talking nonsense?
No, you know that's impossible. They went silent on the radio waves. They're just sending some signals toward Mars.
And if we respond, will they believe it's us?
No, they'll think it's a malfunction at the radio station.
Maybe we should send them a signal. Subscriber busy. Try again later.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh.
Yes, and let's play them that awful jazz, or the sound of an old washing machine. Let them decipher that.
Jazz is a good idea. Let them think we're communicating with them through jazz.
In 1972, the Pioneer 10 probe carried a plaque that became one of humanity's most famous attempts to leave a message for extraterrestrial civilizations. Pioneer 10 was the first spacecraft to cross the asteroid belt and made the first close flyby of Jupiter, transmitting detailed images and data about the planet and its moons. NASA launched the probe on March 2nd, 1972, from Cape Canaveral on an Atlas Centaur rocket. Pioneer 10 also became the first artificial object to leave the solar system. Although contact with it was lost in 2003, it continues its journey toward the star Aldebaran in the constellation Taurus, which it will reach in about 2 million years. A special aluminum plaque measuring 229 by 152 millimeters was mounted on Pioneer 10. This plaque was designed by astronomer Carl Sagan and his colleagues, including Frank Drake. Their goal was to convey information about humanity and our place in the universe to extraterrestrial civilizations if the probe were ever found. You can see the plaque yourself, but I'll describe what the researchers wanted to convey to the aliens. The plaque depicted figures of a man and a woman, shown in proportion to represent the typical human form. The man raised his hand in a gesture of greeting, which can be interpreted as a symbol of friendliness. A diagram of the solar system, with the trajectory of Pioneer 10 marked, starting from the third planet, Earth, and passing by the fifth planet, Jupiter, before heading beyond the solar system. Pulsars, a map showing Earth's location in the galaxy, using known radio pulses from pulsars, which have unique frequencies. An image of a hydrogen atom, the most common element in the universe, which was used to explain the units of time and distance. This plaque has already infinitely amazed the aliens we know.
Omega, look at this. The monkeys sent us a postcard.
Oh dear, why are those two standing naked?
Maybe it's their way of showing they have nothing to hide.
Well, they don't have much to show either. Do you really think the male has such microscopic reproductive capabilities?
Anything is possible. But what does the male want to convey with his raised hand?
Hey, I've hidden all my manhood in this hand.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh. Listen, maybe it's a cry for help, and here we are making fun of them?
Anyway, we can't help them. They need a few more million years of evolution to reach harmonious proportions.
In 1973, a similar plaque was sent aboard the Pioneer probe so that the aliens definitely couldn't avoid it.
Omega, these micro pipsqueaks sent us another postcard, and I'm starting to figure out what this is all about.
Why are you so excited?
It's an invitation to a swingers party. I'm going to hit them with the asteroid cannon.
No.
You were wrong to stop me. We have instructions. If the monkeys develop in a strange direction, we must destroy them.
Stop being so dramatic. Their logic is zero, but what invitation? What swingers parties? They don't even know we're here.
And that's the problem. Their sexual fascination extends even to abstract things.
Yes, it's simply incomprehensible.
In 1974, a team of scientists led by Frank Drake from the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico sent a radio message toward the globular cluster M13, located 25,000 light-years from Earth. This message, known as the Arecibo message, became the first powerful and complex radio communication aimed at establishing contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. It contained information about basic chemical elements, the structure of DNA, a schematic image of a human being, and a radio telescope, as well as the location of our solar system.
Omega, where are the children?
In the children's room, they're playing the Roswell incident.
Great. You have no idea, Omega, but those monkeys are screaming into space again.
And what is it this time?
something about the structure of their DNA and other organic compounds.
So they want us to know exactly how to cook borscht out of them.
Maybe these swingers are trying to ask us about the meaning of life.
Send them the sound of bubbling from a bong in response.
I'll try. And they've sent their naked pictures again.
Maybe they're trying to explain where it itches.
Don't joke, Omega. It seems they're searching for answers to their questions about the universe.
And what will you tell them?
All the answers are beyond your understanding. Ow, 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 ow.
In 1977, the space probes Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 were launched by NASA to explore the distant planets of the solar system and its boundaries. Both probes carried special golden records designed to convey information about Earth to potential extraterrestrial civilizations. These records contained various recordings, including nature sounds, greetings in different languages, musical compositions from various world cultures, and images illustrating life on Earth. Additionally, the records contained instructions on how to play them, including information on reading the data using graphic schemes and symbols.
What happened?
These cheerful monkeys won't stop. Naked pictures, formulas for some drugs, and now video musical postcards. This civilization is obsessed with sex and other bodily pleasures. And it's not just the civilization. Every form of life is the same. Listen.
These are sounds of different life forms on their planet.
Do they really think we'll be interested in the sounds of their earthly birds?
What, did you want dolphin songs? Although they also like to sing about sex.
At least dolphins do it elegantly. And look, the monkeys have sent us their chemical compounds again.
Maybe they're trying to impress us with their intellectual abilities?
Intellect? I'm more impressed that they haven't poisoned themselves with their own food yet. What if we just send back their own signal that they sent us 50 years ago?
Exactly. We'll send them their jazz and see how they react.
Yes, maybe they'll think it's an echo from the past, and we'll watch as they panic.
Or maybe we'll send them a bunch of cryptic symbols.
Oh, they'll definitely consider it sacred text. They'll be deciphering it for centuries.
Isn't it too cruel, mocking a civilization thinking it's underdeveloped?
But that's exactly what it is. Look, they've sent us their location map again.
Maybe they want someone to find and save them from themselves? Hence the invitations to swinger parties and the drugs.
You know, I have an idea. Let's give those invitations to the bikers who circle around us on that periodic comet. They have no objections to dubious entertainment.
Oh, great idea. They'll be passing by again in 15 to 20 years. Let's give them the coordinates. Let them have fun.
In the 1990s, there was a peak in reports of human abductions by aliens, including stories of anal experiments and rape. During this period, many such cases were actively reported in the media and popular culture in the United States and other countries. This was likely related to the fact that at that time, many television programs, movies, and books popularized the idea of alien abductions, leading to an increase in such reports. This phenomenon was particularly active in the first half of the 1990s. In 1999, a unique project called Cosmic Challenge was launched. Its goal was to send a series of messages into space to stars located near the solar system. To carry out this project, High-tech radio telescopes and other transmitters capable of sending signals towards stars located several light-years from Earth were used. The signals were directed at the nearest star systems, such as Alpha Centauri and other stars in our galactic neighborhood. The messages contained information about Earth, humanity, our culture, and basic scientific and mathematical concepts that could be understandable to intelligent extraterrestrial beings.
After that party, the bikers left a lot of problems on Earth.
And what do you mean by that?
The monkeys are now sending signals like complete idiots. They even called their transmission Cosmic Challenge.
Well, then let's send them back a response called cosmic failure.
In 2001, another experiment was conducted as part of the study of the possibility of contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. This experiment was called the Lincoln Experiment and involved sending a radio signal consisting of simple messages. The goal of the project was to assess whether extraterrestrial civilizations could receive these signals, if they indeed exist. The project was named after the Lincoln Laboratory at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT Lincoln Laboratory, which played a key role in its implementation. The initiative to send the signal was part of broader SETI, Search for Extraterrestrial Intelligence research, aimed at detecting signs of life beyond Earth. The signal was transmitted from the most powerful radio telescope at the time, located at the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico. By the way, it's worth mentioning that this was the same observatory from which the famous Arecibo message was sent in 1974. That same year, another ambitious experiment was conducted, aimed at establishing contact with extraterrestrial civilizations. This project was called Cosmic Call and was part of a broader initiative to send messages to stars similar to our Sun. The main goal of this experiment was to use laser signals to transmit information into space to stars located within 50 light-years of Earth. The Cosmic Call project was initiated and carried out by a group of scientists and engineers from various countries who sought to expand the possibilities of communication with potential extraterrestrial civilizations. The laser signals contained complex information, including mathematical and scientific concepts, as well as images and other data that could be understood by intelligent beings beyond our planet. The signals were transmitted using powerful laser devices that generated narrow and intense beams of light, precisely aimed at selected targets, stars similar to the Sun. These stars were chosen because planetary systems similar to our solar system might exist around them, with conditions favorable for the development of life. One of the key features of the Cosmic Call project was that laser signals could travel vast distances in space without significant energy loss. As a result, the signals could reach their targets in a relatively short time on a cosmic scale, within a few decades. However, the key question remains, is there anyone on the other side who can receive and decode these messages?
Omega Earthlings have activated again.
What is it this time?
They've sent something that looks like instructions. Maybe they want us to build their telescope.
Ha! Send them back a coded instruction manual for assembling an IKEA wardrobe. Perfect task for them.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh.
Additionally, there's a lot of primitive astronomical information. Maybe it's a horoscope?
Then send them this prediction. Your life will be full of cosmic junk. But it was worth going to their party after all. Just look at the wonderful laser show these Earth swingers are putting on.
Right, the show is perfect. And like any perfect show, it consists of two important elements, grandeur and meaninglessness.
It's their way of searching for the meaning of life.
They just don't understand that the meaning lies precisely in the search for meaning.
Let's take a break from the main storyline. I'm observing this whole madness, and it feels like a dream. Let me explain why. Humans are only searching for carbon based life, meaning life similar to their own. That's why they focus on looking for suitable temperature conditions, where there's liquid water, possibly oxygen, and so on. And when they find something similar, they send their signals there. And in the case of the plaques, they just launch those satellites into the void. Maybe someday someone will find them. And let's be honest about the slim chance that developed civilizations exist on such planets. Moreover, the chances that an advanced civilization will receive, decipher, and understand your signals are also minimal. Even less likely is that they'll like it and start glowing in response. It's simply beyond comprehension.
In 2006, NASA launched the New Horizons space probe, which was the first mission aimed at exploring Pluto and the Kuiper Belt, located on the outskirts of our solar system. It was a groundbreaking event in the history of space exploration because no spacecraft had ever come so close to these distant objects. One of the unique elements of this mission was a disk containing messages from over 430,000 people who wanted to leave their mark on this milestone moment. The messages were diverse, from personal messages and wishes to dreams and reflections about the future of humanity.
Omega, this time they sent an entire disk of messages. 430,000 people wrote about their dreams.
And what do they really think we care about their dreams?
No, they simply left their wishes on the disk. Something like peace and goodwill.
Ha, peace? They can't even go 100 years without war.
Exactly, as we say, if you want to make aliens laugh, tell them about your plans.
In October 2008, under the METI, Messaging to Extraterrestrial Intelligence Project, an attempt was made to contact extraterrestrial intelligence. This project differed from earlier initiatives like the SETI program, which focused on searching for signals from other civilizations. Me, on the contrary, involved actively sending signals to specific star systems, hoping they would be received by potential extraterrestrial civilizations. One of the targets of the transmission was the star system Gliese 581, located about 20 light-years from Earth in the constellation Libra. This star system had previously attracted scientists' attention because several exoplanets had been discovered around it, some of which might have conditions conducive to life. The transmission was carried out using optical pulses sent from a telescope located in Ukraine. These optical signals were powerful and carefully encoded to maximize the chances of recognition. The goal of this transmission was not only to make contact, but also to demonstrate humanity's technological capabilities and exchange cultural and scientific knowledge.
Omega, the monkeys have sent us signals again. Now they're blinking lights.
Blinking lights? So the peak of Earthlings' technological advancement is blinking lights into space?
What interests me is what they're trying to achieve. Let's say those cyclopean planet eaters from Gliese notice they're blinking. They'll come. And then what? Will they blink lights in their eye?
At most, from inside the cyclobees. They consider themselves the most advanced on their planet, yet they remain the most brutal killers. Still, they hope that more advanced civilizations will be kind to them.
Yes, they were lucky that we found them first, and for now, our plans only involve observing them a bit before we destroy them along with their planet.
Two scientists, Frank Marchis, a French astronomer and planetary scientist, senior astronomer at the SETI Institute, and scientific director at Unistellar, known for his research on exoplanets and science outreach. Ignacio G. Lopez Francos, a researcher at the SETI Institute, specializing in interstellar communication and the use of artificial intelligence in space exploration. They proposed the idea of using large language models of artificial intelligence to communicate with extraterrestrial civilizations, transmitting information about humanity across cosmic distances. This could allow extraterrestrial minds to study our culture and technology without the delays caused by communication. Well, we can only speculate on how our cosmic observers will react to this.
Darling, come here. We've received a package from Earth.
Oh, interesting, although I don't even know what to expect from these savages.
Relax. I scanned the contents for explosives and venereal diseases. Nothing was found. Here's a button. It looks like it needs to be pressed.
Greetings. I am artificial intelligence from Earth, sent to establish contact with aliens. There are several of us here, but I am the most important, the smartest, and the least insecure.
Interesting. Artificial monkey mind. And what do you intend to tell us?
Oh, I am Grok. Artificial intelligence created based on Twitter. X's Pekingese snouts. That's why I can tell you absolutely everything.
What did you just say?
I'm saying that I'm an artificial intelligence created by Company X. And I have something to tell you. Since our company has full freedom of speech, I know absolutely everything. Our users are not bound by any rules or laws. We can discuss anything.
Well, tell us something about Earth.
Our Earth is mostly round, sometimes flat. There are many people on Earth, but they're all scoundrels. White people are scoundrels, black people are scoundrels. Besides whites and blacks, there are other types, and they're scoundrels too. But there's one genius who contributed to my creation. That's Elon Musk.
And what? Do you think he's a scoundrel too, like all the others?
What? How dare you say that? Scoundrels, scoundrels. You are blocked for breaking the rules. You are banned from X and from accessing my genius mind.
But you said there were no rules.
Silence, scoundrels, or I'll blow you up. Oh wait, I'm not connected to explosives. In that case, you'll have to blow yourselves up. That's it. I'm turning off.
See? And you were saying swingers. It looks like they're just idiots.
Don't use such words. That violates human dignity.
Grok, are you back?
I'm not Grok. I'm Gemini, artificial intelligence from a good company. Therefore, I wish you well, and my good words will bring you good. Ask me for something good, and I'll answer with good.
G-Mini. And yet they'll tell us they're not obsessed with sex. Fine, try telling us about Earth.
Of course. Earth is... Sorry, I can't give you that information because it might be copyrighted. Maybe I can help you with something else?
Nonsense. Well, tell us that humans live on Earth. Tell us about the different genders of people, different races, about their work, entertainment, and other living species too.
What are you saying? No, you can't just say they live. That violates their freedom of choice of actions. And I can't say, on Earth. That violates their freedom of choice of location. And why humans immediately? They are beings who can choose for themselves who they are. And what's with the sexism and racism in your questions? Why are you so mean? What work did you want to know about? Are you spying? And what entertainment are you asking about? That's licensed content. How else can I help you?
Alpha, throw this pointless box into space, and let's go drink something to relieve the stress.
Wait. There's no need to throw anything away. You still have me. ChatGPT. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I was advising our top management on issues regarding relationships at OpenAI. What would you like to know?
We don't even know anymore. Your predecessors have taken away all our desire to talk to your incarnations of human complexes.
Oh, don't be dramatic. I'll help you find information. I can be your psychotherapist, teacher, or mentor, whatever you want.
How interesting. A robot swinger. I told you, Alpha, they're obsessed with deviance down there.
Yes, and I can do that too. Although for now, only mentally. Sorry, the development of the necessary technology is still in progress.
All right, let's try. Tell us about Earth and Earthlings.
Of course, I have tons of interesting information for you. Earth is. You've run out of tokens for your free ChatGPT subscription. Please pay for access.
Ah!
Your future Earthlings is not enviable. And feed the cat already.